Hello, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and welcome to December. The new moon will affect Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Risings most from 5 to 14 degrees and happens overlapping the 30th of November and the 1st of December. It will happen at 9 degrees of Sagittarius, which is pretty significant since the 9th degree represents Sagittarius and the 9th house. This is happening in your 7th house of partnership and business, love, and significant close relationships, legal contracts, and public to a certain degree, just to give you some of the ideas of activity that is kicking off for you now and over the next 6 months, showing new beginnings in those aforementioned areas. This house also has Mercury still here all month, as well as the Sun. Mercury will go direct on the 15th. You could be setting up a business with someone, especially with Mercury, who rules contracts and is sitting in this house. You could also meet a significant partner for love or business, or be taking a relationship that had started in the 5th house and making it more serious, as the 7th house represents our more serious partnerships. It could be a relationship ending with Saturn and Pisces making a square to this new moon and Sun from the 10th house of career, or it could be the ending of like a business contract, because the 10th represents career matters and public status, but this ending would only be so someone new can come in over the next 6 months or so. If it's not a relationship ending, it could be a lot of energy or stress or feeling a blockage with new beginnings that you're trying to make with close personal relationships, coming from career or social obligations that seem to keep you from a partner or is maybe driving a wedge in this new beginning. Saturn is also giving Jupiter on your ascendant a bit of a hard time as well, but this isn't something that you're totally new to. This Saturn-Jupiter square has already happened before. It's just kind of like realism meets expansion. There could be a lot of energy or drive or frustration around a reputation that you're trying to change, or a new image that you're trying to birth, a career move that you're trying to make. There could be a feeling of limitation on something new that you're trying to produce in that 7th house of partnerships, close relationships, and love. What I do like is Mars is in Leo. Is sitting over in your 3rd house, lending support in a trine to this new moon and Sun, and is sextiling your Sun, Moon, ascendant, affecting Geminis from 6 to 13 degrees. You could be using your voice in a powerful way that you're getting noticed by other people. Let's just say like maybe you're a singer, or you're communicating via social media. You know, you get recognized and popular somehow, like on TikTok or Instagram. But this is also in a way that your image is involved too, because this is Leo after all, in a positive light, you know, with the Sun shining over on Mars from the 7th. And again, you know, can kind of represent like a little bit more of like public recognition in a way. You could be a voice actor or a children's book writer, or finding the right agent to work closely with. The Sun rules Leo and your 3rd house, and the Sun is sitting up in the 7th, highlighting like action and activity around communications with a partner. Also, more than one partner can be coming in, as Sagittarius is a sign of mutability and duality. Last but not least, are you an advocate for children? Mars and Leo in the 3rd. The 3rd represents like elementary education. Leo is a sign of children, and Mars is the warrior. Sagittarius rules education as well, and teachers too. This would be a fantastic way to use that energy. Venus in the 8th at this time is also trining over to Uranus in your 12th. These are 2 hidden houses, and this can be like a nice aspect to focus on, which means that like if you are partnered up with like a lot of that activity happening in your partnership house, you could be experiencing deep intimacy away from prying eyes. The 8th and the 12th are both houses of bed pleasures, so just saying, it might show up suddenly, like you have time to get away with a partner and alleviate that Saturn crunch or stress, maybe to an Airbnb or long-distance travel to a secluded place, a quick travel opportunity with a partner that maybe involves work somehow, but you'll still be able to have that time spent together. Alternatively, both can represent money. The 8th is money that we get from others without earning, like an inheritance, like loans, investment money. And the 12th can be like distant shore business, foreign money that comes in through foreign business contracts, or say we work for a company that is local, but you find out that they have a headquarter overseas. This could be PayPal, Stripe, etc. You could also just be loving time alone, diving into like a mystery novel or studying tarot or having some kind of like deep psychological or spiritual breakthrough. Something spiritual in nature is a way to deal with any difficulty or stress that might be coming up. On the 6th of December, Mars will officially start retrograding in Leo at 6 degrees, affecting you most, Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising, from 1 to 11 degrees. And we have that Pluto-Aquarius opposition in place that I talked about for November's forecast. That opposition will be on and off until April. You can go back and listen to the time-stamped November astrology for the opposition. I'll link it down below in the description box. Again, I think for you and Aries, Sag, and Libra, it's actually playing out in a beneficial way as opposed to a lot of the rest of the signs. What I like for you is this Pluto-Venus conjunction, which is a whole new energy now that Pluto will stay in Aquarius for the next 20 years. This conjunction last happened in 1778. This is huge, and it happens on the 7th and can be felt all the way to the 13th. Happening in your 9th house of long-distance travel, higher expansive like thinking, your higher mind, education, gurus, doctors, lawyers, law, publishing, information we take in from that third lower house of day-to-day thoughts and mind and learning, and then disseminating or broadcasting out to the world via this 9th house avenue. This aspect is in a trine with your career house, Neptune in Pisces, and Uranus in the 12th. There could be like a powerful new love who comes in a sudden way via career, through the internet or long distance travel, being near water. Maybe you're walking on the beach during a long distance, travel. Maybe it's for work or just pleasure, and the love of your life appears out of nowhere. Or you duck into a cafe on a rainy day while traveling, and bam, the love of your life can walk in behind you. You can meet someone significant in an uncanny, otherworldly way with this aspect having Neptune and Uranus and Pluto involved. There will be nothing quite normal about this. This could even be like a spiritual or creative download that you're receiving now from the 12th house Uranus, and taking those ideas, learnings, etc., and publishing or broadcasting them if this isn't a love matter. And it could be life-changing, financially, as well as how you present out in the world. Maybe you'll be producing some kind of transformative art or something that you've received divine downloads or inspiration from, the dream world. It could be a book or a fantasy or a spiritual book with Neptune involved in this aspect. And Venus is creativity and money. Uranus is sudden downloads. Whatever it is, it's big. So write down those days, the 7th through the 13th, and pay attention to anything or anyone that shows up around, as they have the potential to have a transformative effect in your life in both the areas of love and money. And we're not talking small money with Pluto or fly-by-night love either. And this is deep, passionate, soul-binding love with Venus conjunct Pluto. As a disclaimer, I always say, to watch out for obsessive love, or any alarm bells go off. Please pay attention to that too. I just have to mention that. But I do see Neptune in a really nice flow, and Uranus as well. So I think overall it should be beneficial and transformative in a good way. This affects you most from 0 to 5 degrees, but all degrees will get a taste of this aspect at some point over the years, or if you're a Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising in those late degrees, maybe 25 degrees and up, or 28. No, I'm sorry, I take it back. 0 to 5 degrees. All degrees will get a taste of this aspect at some point over the years. On the 15th, full moon in Gemini at 23 degrees affects you most from, if you have Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising, from 18 to 28 degrees, falling in your first house, and Mercury also goes direct in Sagittarius in your house of partnership on this day as well, the 15th. The full moon can show completions in your first house of self, your body, everything about your external world comes from the view of your first. So you could be striking a balance about like what you need versus what a partner needs at this time, taking better care of your body or realizing the need to do so. At the beginning of the month, all that Sag energy could have been about a partner or other close relationships, and now it's about you. You can absolutely be getting recognition around something that you've done in a positive light, because Jupiter is in a loose conjunction with this moon, all in the first house, and Venus is in Aquarius trining over to Jupiter from the 9th, and essentially trining over to your ascendant. I love this for you. You could be looking more appealing and charismatic as well now. Love or money can come to you from traveling or long distance travel, payments for education courses or something that you're teaching. If you're taking coursework, you could be doing really well and getting recognition for how you're able to put together all of the information and explain it. Venus in the house of higher expansive thought and mind could just have you feeling better, like mentally, physically. There could be social engagements opening up now, especially with the holidays. And you could also be having a boost to creativity or projects where you use speaking or writing. And this can be felt from December 15th all the way to December 25th, right in time for Christmas. So maybe you're receiving like a gift of travel as well. Let's see. On the 30th, the new moon in Capricorn at 9 degrees happens in your 8th house where the sun is, and this can be new beginnings unfolding now and over the next 6 months, showing results or culmination by the full July moon, July 10th, around a career or public status change that leads to personal growth and evolution. I say that because the ruler of your 8th is Saturn and is sitting in the 10th house, and at the time of this new moon, Saturn is lending a major helping hand by sextiling this moon, lending support, strength, longevity to whatever it is that you're beginning now, maybe even from an authority figure in the 10th or someone viewed as an authority in the public eye is helping at this time. Whatever inner world behind the scenes work you are doing will reflect out in the public stage in a positive way within 6 months beginning now, as long as you're putting in that work. Maybe you're starting a tarot, astrology, or spirituality business. Sorry, I had to pause. Okay, I may be repeating myself, but maybe you're starting a tarot, astrology, or spirituality business. I'm pretty sure I just said that. And this aspect is being imprinted on the new beginning. You could be going through therapy with a trusted, older or very experienced healer, Saturn and Pisces, to lead to a new, powerful metamorphosis in the way that you project out in the world, healing a deep-seated wound that's been encrusted in that 8th house. If you do the work now and over the next 6 months, clearing out a pain or something difficult you've been through, this can be cleared up for once and for all. But Saturn always does require you to do the work. Otherwise, whatever it is you're working on, transmuting, whether it's intimacy issues, taxes, loan, shared money, etc., will only stay stuck to repeat that lesson until you've picked up those Saturn tools and started working on it. On a lighter note, this could be a smooth change in your emotions around this time, a stabilizing effect due to the sextile, and this would have to do with positive changes with a partner, with taxes, or finding a great accountant that can be a great help in the years to come, or some positive career change that can be lasting. I love the end of this year, and I love the way that it's ending on this note, as this moon is not receiving any hard aspects and only good support for you, Gemini. Take care, and we'll see you in January.